All right, our toilet is fixed, so now we are on the road again doing a little city adventure. We just finished our first free diving class.
Yeah, it was a weekend-long class. We did it in Orange County. One of our subscribers, Brad, he invited us to do this free diving course with him because he's an instructor of free diving, and it was super valuable. Really, I've been free diving, past couple years here and there, but this experience, this brought on a lot of knowledge that I didn't know. So to any of you that are already free diving or trying to get into free diving course, you got to do it. It's really valuable. Yeah, the safety, all the safety stuff that you learn. Yeah,
all
great.
the safety. You kind of start noticing when other people are doing it wrong. So like if you watch movies, shows, like Netflix documentaries or other YouTubers that are diving, a lot of people do a lot of wrong things that are potentially could lead to death.
Yeah. We've been staying in the cities, in Southern California there's not much forest. So we've been staying around on the streets of LA. No, it's mostly been like OC and San Diego. But we'll tell you how that's kind of been compared to what we've experienced, in the woods and stuff. But first, we are starving and I'm so hungry. It's past lunchtime. What are you gonna do? Go get Bumbo Way?
Yeah, some Vietnamese food.
We're gonna get Bumbo Way. We went there yesterday for dinner, and we're gonna go again for lunch because it was really good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you there. Oh, city van life.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We forgot to finish the video same day. Got a haircut.
Yes, I did. Yeah. And okay, so let's get it started. City van life versus van life in nature.
Yeah.
Much prefer nature, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, first of all, staying in a city is a lot more difficult to find a spot. There's a lot of places you can't park overnight. And so you risk kind of getting a knock on the door in the middle of the night, which has not happened to us, luckily, because I know that happens to a lot of people.
Yeah. It's also a lot noisier, which I know people say just get earplugs, but I have a habit of pulling my earplugs out in my sleep because it kind of just annoys my ear to have something in there.
Yeah, it is definitely a lot louder. There's a lot more traffic, obviously, so tend to wake up from that sometimes.
Yeah, I know one spot was pretty quiet, but they were doing donuts in the middle of the night. I think you slept through it, but
Yeah.
you don't have as much space either. Usually when we're out in nature, we get to have this door open, we put seats outside, we will hang out on the rooftop, or we have a hammock too, so there's like a lot of options. And the van is really nice. Usually I work in here, but it makes a huge difference to have the door open. And usually when we're in the van working, I think we were kind of avoiding being in the van most of the day, usually because we were busy.
Yeah.
But it's like you have the window covers.
Yeah, because we're trying to be more stealthy in a city.
And these are the window covers that we're talking about. We have one on each window. And if you're wondering what's going on up there, that's something we need to paint because, funny story, we completely forgot about this wood panel until we were leaving for Alaska. Because every time we're working on the van, this door is open. We completely just forgot about this until we closed it ready to leave, and we're like, oh, completely forgot that. So Taku just quickly put one on, and we're probably going to pop it off and paint it. Yeah, so you don't get as much like natural light.
Yeah. Because you don't want people looking in the van either, at night. And definitely have to take that into account.
Yeah, I would say it's also harder, even if you do find a spot where you can have the doors open, to work inside the van, because people are very curious about the van. So you'll have a lot of people like stopping by to chat. So it can be a little difficult to like work.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess the only benefit is the food.
Yeah, there's a lot of options, a lot of restaurants that we can go to, and a lot of good food in Southern California. So and breweries too.
Yeah.
So we can do a lot of that. But it gets a little too much when we eat out too much. A little
for sure.
unhealthy, and everything's heavy. A lot of heavy foods, and Like, all right, we should get cooking in the van again.
It's also harder to work out in the city unless you have one of the like all gym passes, which like it doesn't really make sense for us since we're usually in nature. So we'll usually just go hiking in the area.
Yeah. Well, we went running on the beach a couple times.
Yeah, but he forgot his shoes, so we had to actually run on the sand.
Yeah. There's just a lot more people.
Yeah, it's crowded, traffic.
Yeah. And after being in Alaska and Canada and just being away from crowds,
yeah,
it's kind of tiring being in crowds, you know,
yeah,
in and around people. So yeah, it was kind of what do you call it? I think we got kind of burnt out from being in the city.
yeah,
Yeah, couldn't do van life in a city for longer than that.
yeah.
Couldn't wait to get out of the city and into the woods or just come back home.
Yeah, nature's nicer.
Much nicer.
Oh, the next thing we need to do for the van, we noticed a leak.
Oh yeah.
We had a crazy storm roll in while we were in SoCal.
Yeah, so we were in San Diego and then it rained heavily one night and I noticed a leak in the back, in the top corner, or not in the corner, but right by that light there. Yeah, and it rained like 2 weeks straight in Alaska and I didn't notice that leak.
Yeah.
Rained one day hard in San Diego and then I noticed it and I was like, oh man, there's a leak. So now I gotta get that fixed before we go anywhere else, because we were thinking maybe going up to Oregon, go look for some mushrooms, but it's definitely gonna be raining, drizzling at least, you know, so I gotta take care of that first before we can go on our next trip.
That's weird. And we're not really sure where the leak is coming from either. We were thinking maybe the vent, but when we installed the vent, we did test it to make sure water wouldn't leak through.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of a weird leak because it's also, the water's dripping all the way on that side, and you would think it would leak more through like one of the
I was thinking
paneling.
because we were slanted backwards, you know, that the water was dripping through there and then just going back and dripping out of the back. But we'll just have to dissect it a little bit and just figure it out.
At least it's in a spot that we can pull off the wood pretty easily, and it's like the smaller wood panels.
Yeah.
So I think we should be able to hopefully pop it off easily without breaking it.
Hopefully. Maybe I should take this off too, if I want to play it safe and not break anything. I'll just pull this off. Screw it. Actually, no, I'm gonna put the bed down so I can have more leverage there. There we go. Got it off. Easy. Maybe it's just coming through that, hopefully. That'll be an easy fix. Alright, you get used to that. No, I'm just kidding. That's actually, I don't hit it very often. Jocelyn usually was the one hitting this. I have such a hard head that didn't even hurt me. I don't know if that's a good thing. But let me show you what's going on here. Just so you know where we are, there's the fan, and this is the behind it. Just took those panels off. This is our insulation, 3M Thinsulate, which has been working really well, I think. It's really good. And there's a little thing. It's been leaking right around this area, at least on the board. It drips right around this area. So my first suspicion is this little thing, which is put in by the factory. I think they put it in, it's like a mounting point or something, so you can pop it off on the other side and then mount stuff to the roof, and I think that's what it's for. And this might be the thing that's leaking, and if it is, that's not my fault, that's the factory. One way we can find out is just by spraying water. No leaks yet, we need more water. Literally nothing is leaking. Why is it not leaking? Was I just seeing stuff? No, I'll play a little clip that I took on my phone of it leaking. Watch this. Son of a bitch, there's a leak. That's water. What is this? There's sparkly stuff on the wood. It's really sparkly. That's weird. I see those little crystals. I don't know what that is, but that was on the wood. You guys know what that is? So initially, you know, I was thinking it was that right there, but I don't know, there's nothing coming out of there. And I was also, when it was leaking, I was thinking it could be coming from somewhere around the fan, like right in here, like in the gaps or something, and then maybe dripping onto the wood, and it would be dripping onto this surface. And this is like a channel right here, so it could just be running down and coming out on this end, which would be, you know, right at the end. That's where it was coming out. So far, it's not, nothing's leaking there either. I soaked the fan area all around the fan. I actually went up to the roof this time and just sprayed from up there, just sprayed down at the fan everywhere. And there's still nothing leaking. It's so weird. It's kind of frustrating because I know there was a leak. If I wait till the rain, then I probably won't be able to fix it in the rain. Maybe I will. I don't know. Oh, actually, I just felt a little bit of moisture. I feel like I could just be imagining things, but I thought I felt a little moisture in that initial area. Oh, yeah, there's a little, yeah, oh, I feel something. You guys see the water right there? Right there, look at that. Oh, that's water. There's the leak. We found you, you stupid leak. This is definitely leaking. Look at that. Oh, we found it. And the coolest part, it wasn't my fault. Wow. I can't believe that's actually that thing that's leaking. I could have sworn, I was like betting that it was the fan, you know, when because I had to seal around the fan, right? And make sure that it doesn't leak. And that was the first one I ever did, trying to seal a leak. So I figured I probably messed up. But no, it wasn't me, it was Mercedes-Benz. Come on, Mercedes. Wow, the quality control on the Mercedes-Benz. Wow, who would have thought? That should be a pretty easy fix though. I'll just go to the outside and probably just caulk it. Well, I'll take a look first. Let's go up there and take a look. There you go. So I'm just taking these off so I can access this. It's that guy right there. This is what's leaking, and I think it's leaking from this left side. There's a tiny gap, seems like. So I'm just gonna take some caulk and just caulk over this and just seal it. Should be good, I think. Uh-oh, I see some potentially bad things happening here. These bolts that I use for the tracks, they're actually rusting because they're not stainless. So that's not good. That is not good. Also, you can see that I countersunk these bolts here, and doing that, the water fills up on the inside. And then I put some sealant in there, some wood finish, try to keep the moisture from seeping in to the actual wood. So I think we might be okay, but maybe over time that'll wear down and start seeping into the wood, which wouldn't be good either. Maybe I just need to get a little cover thing, little plug. I have some of that for the inside that I just, just for aesthetics purposes. This would be more functional. Maybe I can find something like that. I'm just gonna go all the way around, make sure it's all sealed. And I'm just gonna do the whole entire little circle. Doesn't matter, nobody's gonna see this, so it could be as ugly as possible. I mean, you'll see it in the video, I guess, but nobody's gonna see it afterwards, is what I mean. All right, and I think we're good. I think we're sealed. Good tip that I learned: if you get some soap water, which I don't have, I just use my spit right now, you can actually touch it up with your fingers. There it is, guys. All sealed up. No leaks anymore, hopefully. That's it, guys. It's all done. Easy work. All of these broken pieces that we've had in the van, just a couple things, but it's all been easy so far to fix. So I'm glad. That rusty screw though, the nuts, that might be an issue further down the line, but that sounds like a job for future Taku. So we'll just leave that for him. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna be it. I just have to put these panels back in, and that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.